Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. We're here for Junk Journal Round Robin, day number 28. So, I have to laugh because every time I give a package to Mary Ellen or to Shell that's a little chunky, they get all worried about what's inside. I cannot imagine why that would be. I really can't. But today, Mary Ellen has sent me a chunky package. So let's see. I do love this envelope though. I've got a little stash of them. Okay, so I see a Kleenex box, and this isn't scary. This is some ribbon, some nice like sort of autumnal feeling ribbon. Okay, it's all very autumnal, to be honest. The box is autumnal as well. So let's set this lovely envelope to the side because I'm probably going to use that in journals. Okay. And in Shell's brown envelope, just gonna move my phone out of the way here. We have, okay, some tarot cards. King of Cups, the Tarot, and Eight of Swords. Okay, those are fun, fun, fun. We need to cut down this box first, I think. Where can I open it neatly? Where is its glue spot? Right here. Okay. Nice. Okay. So this is the part that I think I can't really use a lot of the front of, maybe these sides, but I can use the back. Then here, I'll line this up if I can. Right there. I'm going to cut this off the bottom. Okay. I'll just chop these edges. That I don't want to use, but I'll keep all the parts that I do. There's lots of useful stuff on a Kleenex box. Who would have thunk it, right? But yeah. Okay. Just going to cut this down to usable parts, that's all. Because then we can make more projects. Okay. Okay, that'll be a good backing, but we need some stuff, some other stuff to make this interesting. So let's open this envelope up. That'll be good for backing. All right, so I need focal point, I need paper, a few other things. I'm just going to take a little moment to just collect like stuff, I think. I'm going to, oops, open this up too. So we can kind of get a vibe for colors and what I want to use. Yeah, that goes well together. Okay, I need stuff. I'll be right back. So I think that today I'm going to work with this book, The Bellamy's Changing World, The Roadside. Now this has like several of these. It has the forest, it's got the roadside, it's got a few different books inside of it that are all like the same kind of series. I love these books actually. Jill Dow's illustrations. So I think I was thinking about leaving this intact and having it be like something you could slip things in and out of. But now I'm sort of feeling like, no, I want to take it off. You know, and we can do lots of different things here. We could do a shaker card. We could do, you know, just use this as like a nice border. I've got a bit of a sort of collaging, stacking kind of feeling going on today, I think. We'll see where it goes. I am super tired today. I did not sleep well last night. Insomnia of season changing again. Good times. I also had to get standard blood work done today, and it was like an absolute crap show. I had to wait like 2.5 hours. It was crazy. That would be nice. Unfortunately, we have this large company here called Life Labs that is one of 2 major lab companies in Canada that, you know, they've been outsourced lab work by our government, very frustratingly. But worse yet, they were purchased by an American company, and they're a publicly traded company, but they act an awful lot like private equity in that they understaff, underfund, and I mean, it was just absolutely insane. Like, I went to the lab I usually go to under the same brand, like they're all the same brand, and they were like, sorry, we're not doing walk-ins. And I said, okay, well, there's no appointments like available for 2 weeks, and my doctor asked me to get this blood work done, so you know, so I had to go to a different lab. Went to a different lab, and it was just like, okay, it's going to be like a, you know, an hour-long wait. It was 2 hours. So I think next time I'm just going to get blood at my doctor's office, which is possible now that I have a new doctor. That's nice. I'm just looking for the right image and chatting with you guys while I do so here. But yeah, I'm really just kind of tired of these American companies in Canada. We need to get rid of them and keep things like this in Canada. The US is not the place to try to obtain health care that meets the standards of Canadians, or Americans for that matter. Trust me, when I criticize government, I want to take all of you with me, so that you guys also in America would get good health care, because health care is a human right and it should be fully funded and, you know, be one of the most important things outside of education that we care about. But here we are. I don't know. The world gets more frustrating, I think, as time goes on. Okay, so what I think I'll do with this is use it as a frame. I'm not going to trap anything, I don't think. I'm not going to do the acetate thing today. I just want to glue this right down. Get our squirrel in here. Very cute. Scissors. But yeah, I was hoping to have like a day of getting appointments done, and I ended up taking so long at my blood work that like I had to cancel the other appointment that I had today, which was a hearing test appointment, because I ever since I had this virus, like last year, I still get a little crickle in my ear sometimes, like, and I just want to get it checked out to make sure it's like nothing that's a problem. Like I mean, well, it's noticeable, so there's that in itself is an annoying problem, but just make sure there's nothing more serious going on, because I don't want to play with my hearing. Hearing is a very important part of life. So I've got this 49 in Market kit, like of different pieces, little bits of paper, and like I thought that all these colors would go nicely with it, so I'm gonna try to use up some of these bits and bobs today with this. Come on. I like the background paper here. It's really cool. We'll use that too. Okay, so if I did this, mysteriously becomes the step of a staircase. If you were sitting in the forest, imaginable, the magic of music. I have all these bits hanging around. Glowing black. Okay. What else do I want to put there to kind of add a little outline? I think I'm going to change some of these words a little bit. The magic, imaginable. If you are standing in a forest, that's fun. Okay, so we'll glue this down. My house is quiet. My daughter and my father-in-law are watching TV in the living room, and my son and my husband and mother-in-law have gone to swimming class. Okay. That's fun. Just a bit of book spine always makes everything more interesting. Okay. Let's see if this copper, I suspect that the Kleenex box will not really like it a whole lot. Let's add a little in the background there. I'm not going to go too crazy with that. I think I can grab some paint though. Paint will help me to kind of bring this closer to what I want. But for now, I need a few more things. I might do this. Be a ticket. Yep. because I think all these bits will look nicely collaged together. Kind of like that, maybe. Yeah. All right. So that is decently what I want from that. Shorten it a little bit. So I'm just looking at my camera. I'm waiting for my Odd Bunch order today. My fruit and veggie box. It's kind of cute, but I don't know. Yeah, let's go with that too. It's like a little clipboardy kind of top. Might be kind of fun. And then we'll ink a little here. I'll still probably grab paint in a moment, but we'll see. We'll see where we are. So let's set that aside. And then I've got these two, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bits. And I think what I want to do with these bits is like either little pockets or like, I think some of these would be great little pockets, but some of them might just be great tabs. Like that would be a good tab with something on it. Like, and I think I'll use this as the focal point for one of the other tags here. But I think I first will need to grab my paint because I gotta quiet down the noise of this pattern a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit, not a lot. Let's just see, are there any words? Live among the mosses, love it. That can go there. Lichens on the oak tree's trunk. Again, love it. Midsummer and the oak is unfolding. Twigs and bare bark. Put those together, I think. That's a kind of fun verse. I've not forgotten about the tarot cards from Shell. They're going to be a part of this as well. Just not quite yet. Okay. the other one? Here it is. Okay, good and good. I need another focal point. Okay. Let's look at these words. I want to save this dragonfly, I think, for one of these. Caddisfly larvae. Leaves are tiny shells and stones. Tiny shells and stones. Bees are buzzing. Okay, and that gives us words for all those. That's good. Okay, so let's just set these aside for a minute, and then I'll go into working on these. And I need to back this with a bit of thicker paper so I can cut this out. Okay. Okay, that gives it a little more stand-up power there on that background. Alright, I'm going to go grab paint. So I just grabbed some tempera paint from my stash. And I think I need like, maybe this book page here. I'll just put this book page down. And then we can kind of make some cute little like bits here that could be like a tuck spot or like a cluster, you know, like these little kind of things you can do lots of different stuff with. So I don't think I need to be like too stuck to any one project. And I just want, see, this is just really kind of the lightest bit of paint. You can make it as light or dark as you want with tempera. It's got that nice eggshelly kind of feel to it, kind of like a chalk. I'm just going to set these over here so they can dry kind of as I go, as we make these bits. This one is twigs and bare bark. And then I think I'm going to put maybe this little bit up here. Let's probably plop it under there a little bit. Yeah. And then I've got my, where's my ink? Oh, right in front of my face, huh? I'm just gonna ink. Oh, sorry, I'm a little off camera. Let me move up a little here, but this one, now it needs to dry. I'm gonna come back to this one real quick. Add a little brown ink on there, and also maybe a little something. One of these. There we go. Let's make the next one. Midsummer and the oak is unfolding. Lichens. Okay. Where'd my paintbrush go? This one I gotta get a bit of paint here. Just want to settle the reds and the dark greens a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put that at the bottom. And we'll ink. Almost kind of dry brushing a little. Lichen on the oak tree's trunk. those. Now, just set my paint over here because I still need it. Actually, while I'm here, I'll probably do this one. This is the whole inspiration for getting this paint out right here, was to kind of add a little something here. I think it's mostly the red in this box that I don't love. Maybe a little of the green too. Just a little too, with the blue it's like a little too, almost like a globe or something. I don't know. That feels much more cohesive, that bit of paint. Yeah, like what a difference. Just a complete difference. So much calmer, you know? Okay, now we need to move on to these two bits. And I need another little paper scrap here. Glue. Got to get him on there so we don't lose his tongue. I just realized that. Okay. Sort of like that. And then we'll come in with the scissors. Okay. Oops. Fun. Then this one, we need to do the same thing. I like these days when I can create these little collections. Okay, squirrel. Going to start with the part of the Kleenex box and then go a little on the edge of the book page. It's kind of using my finger to wipe the excess and move the paint around. Okay, that feels holistic. Over there. I don't know if I want to, maybe I do want to add. Yeah, I'll add that down there because I feel like these are also making this feel like a really nice little collection. Actually, I might put it up here on the join or down here. Yeah, down here. That's better. Yeah. Too big. I just want something little for this one. It's a little ticket. Here's a little label. That's perfect. Okay. Now we got to tackle those cards, and I do have a plan for them. They're all going to go together. Move this over. Get this a fold here. I have this scrap from something. I'm just going to glue the back down here. Actually, is it the right time to do that? No, it isn't. Nope. Sorry. Sorry guys, if this glue smushing stresses you out. We gotta do something else first. Okay. This is my 1.5 inch punch. That's centered or not centered? So when it is centered, it's there. Not quite. Actually, let's use this one because it's got the circle in the middle, and that'll sort of tell me, yeah, it's a little off. Okay, let's use this circle as our guide. That's easier, actually. Well, not really. It would have been easier punching. Who am I kidding? But we're going to make it as easy as we can. So move this out of the way. Probably use my glass mat, or actually, why don't I just do this? There they are, little scissors. Okay. I'm going to use a pen to like make a mark so I can see where to cut the circle. Okay. That's that. Oh, those are cool circles. Okay, let's set this all aside. Get rid of that. Put that in my scraps. Now, I need my ink. I'm going to get the edge. Perfect. Now, set that over here. And we need to find sort of like a center image for these from this book, because we want to keep this like holistically one theme. That would be a nice one with that little frog. But I don't know, maybe that would be nice with a bird. Let's use this page. I think I like that bird more. So I need to cut here. To there. And then back here we'll go around with glue. And then I need to find something for this one. I could do froggy or birds. I kind of like the blackbird. Tough choices. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's go blackbird just because. Okay. Probably cut a little off the side here. Got a little generous with the paper. Okay. Now I need, there is a story about a river whose banks and water are home to many creatures. Lots of people enjoy it too. It's a beautiful place, full of life and color. Here it is in winter. Many birds have come to feed on the fruits of trees like holly and hawthorn. Holly and hawthorn. Very beautiful place. Okay, we'll set that scrap aside. I'm just going to glue this right over the tarot bit. Oh, and I might need a little more coverage there. That's okay, because we can use maybe this. I didn't want to, oh well, maybe. kind of don't want to cover up the cloud. So I might get a little creative with my backing. Sorry, I had to take a tiny break because for some reason the dog came down here. I don't know why. Okay. It's like whenever the dog gets loose, his greatest dream is to come into my studio. I have no idea why, but you know, it is what it is. Holly and Hawthorn. That's fun. And then a little ink. Just to grunge it up a bit. Okay, so there we go. We got the 2 Birdie Bird cards. Now, I need to back them. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm getting some paper here that I want to back them with. Okay. Let's put some of this stuff away. This, I don't know if I really need the blue paint this time. I definitely don't need this pen. A little bit. Kind of use up the leftover paint. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So that's done. Now put the lid back on the glue. Okay. I think what I'll do now is I'm going to just round up all these little bits here that go in the 49 market bag, which is over here, so that we can move on to the next like stage here of finishing these pieces. There we go. Put that back over here. Just keeping it on my desk because I'm using it all up, which is good. I don't think I need this piece of the tissue box. It's fine. So let's lift these up now. And do I want to stitch on these? Maybe not. So I think what I'll do... Actually, no, I think I do. Yeah, I will. I'm just gluing these down on this. This is from my local art store, Wyndham Art Supply. So I'll just glue them down on paper bag. I'm going to trim the tops clean before stitching, because I want to stitch a length of this ribbon on top. So that'll be for those two. And now these, I'm going to cut one little piece of each of them, for each of them, sorry. Move them over here because I think I'm going to need this other piece of bag. yeah, for the back of this. I knew there was still gluing down to be done. And we'll put that right up at the top. That will go for that one. And then these two, I don't really think I need to like glue anything on the back, like back them in any way, but I will top them with this same ribbon. We'll create a whole like holistic set of things. So why don't I head over to the sewing machine, stitch it all, come back and we'll review. Okay, so we've got a nice little assortment here. So here's the big tag that started it all. The magic imaginable if you were standing in a forest. And that was made from the Kleenex box front. And you'll see I've stitched on. We have everything as part of a collection here. Then these two were the tarot cards that were sent to me from Shell. So I had attached paper bag on back. I decided to leave a little tab of the paper bag on each of them because I think that creates a nice shape for the two pieces. Then we have the two skinny tags, also made from the Kleenex box. And then these little clusters that could be clusters. They could be tuck spots. They could be, you know, anything really. They could go on a pocket, and there's 5 of those. So we made 5, 7, 9, 10 pieces today, all from a Kleenex box and 2 tarot cards and some bits and bobs here and there in my studio. So I am really happy with this little fun collection today. I hope you are too. Don't forget to check out Mary Ellen and Shell. I've linked them down below, and I'll see you tomorrow for more Junk Journal Round Robin. Bye for now.